Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my beauty budget. I do have a bit of an extensive beauty budget update today. I do have a lot of changes and I will go through all of that. This project is basically my low buy for the year. I use points I earn points in order to buy products. So previously my low buy I have had like monetary values that I can use each month, but this year I want to focus more on bringing in less or using up more and bringing in less, and because of that I did add in the kind of beauty budget with points rule. So I do have a couple of rules, like 2 empties is 1 point, 5 pants is 1 point, 2 eyeshadow empties is 1 point. What else can I do to earn points? Declutters, if I do 5 declutters, that's 1 point. And I think that's all the ways I can earn points. I also have a few additional rules of what I can bring and what I cannot bring in. I have like max 3 blushes. I have, when it comes to single eyeshadows, I have 10 single eyeshadows as 1 point, and that is kind of used to compensate because obviously in a palette there are more than 1 shade, so I just wanted to add that rule in so that I'm not, you know, discouraged from buying singles, because I do love singles and I didn't want to like have 1 single is 1 point, because that would, you know, I would never be able to buy singles this year in that case. Anything else? Also, additionally, with my lip products, I need to finish 2 lip products in order to bring 1 lip product in, and that is simply because I'm trying to lower my numbers of lip products this year with 22. So I just wanted to add that rule in as well. But I think those are all the rules, so I'm just gonna jump in straight to the video. But if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's start getting into the video. So at the end of June, I had in total this year earned 10 points and I had used 4, which means that I had 6 points left to use. So that is kind of where I ended June and started July. And in July we did have a really successful month when it comes to earning points, but I did also end up spending quite a few points. But I'm going to go through the ways I earned points first, and then we're going to move into what I spent my money on, or my points I guess. So like I said, I started July with 10 total points earned, and I did earn 6 more additional points in July. It was my best month yet, obviously. I mean, I had 10 throughout the whole year previously, and I added 6 just in July. So I'm gonna go through it first. So to start with, I did have 3 additional empties, which meant that our total empties ended up being 14. So with those 3 empties, I ended up earning 2 more points. So that's 2 points right there. I also did hit 6 pans in the month of July, and previously I had 24 points, so with that it's 30. So I earned 1 point at 25, and then again 1 at 30, so that's another 2 points. So again, already 4 points right there. I did end up decluttering 2 more things as well, which meant that I have 5 declutters, which meant that I actually earned my first point through decluttering. So that is another point earned in that way. And then lastly, we have 2 eyeshadow empties, which I'm so pleased with. If you've seen my last couple updates, you probably know where it comes from, and I'm very excited about those 2 empties. And with that, I have 5 eyeshadow empties, so I earned another one at the 4 level. So in total, if you have been counting, that is the 6 points. And I'm not going to show you the empties in this video, or like the pads in this video, because I do have all separate videos for those. I show the empties in my empties videos, I show the pans and the finished eyeshadows in my quarter wrap up of that, which I do obviously every quarter. So that is where I am with my points. I did, like I said, at the end of July have 16 points total earned, and previously I had already spent 4 of those, and in July I spent an additional 5 points. So that means that I now have a total of 9 points spent, and that means that I have 7 points left. So even though I had a really spendy month with spending 5 points, I did actually earn more than I spent still, so I'm really happy with that. It was better than I expected. And I kind of need that because I'm gonna make another big order in August, so I will spend a lot more points. So it's good that I'm ahead, because I think I'm gonna have a bad month in the sense of like spending and earning in August. I'm gonna try to earn as many points as possible, but it's not gonna be as successful as July. But that is kind of where I am with all my points. I know I breezed through all of it, but I know I have a lot of things to go through from the buying sets, or like the, you know, what I purchased part of the video. So I wanted to just breeze through how I earned points, because yeah, I have a lot to go through. In July, all of the 5 points that I spent was actually from 1 brand alone, and that was Sydney Grace. if you know, Sydney Grace have a Christmas in July sale every year. I think they've been doing it for, I think, at least 3 years, but it might be more, not sure. That's kind of like how long they've been on my radar for, so that's why I know they've been doing it for at least 3 years. But I did place 4 orders during the Christmas in July sale over 4 different days, and I'm gonna go through all of them. I don't have the products yet because the Christmas in July sale is still going. It's the 1st of August today, which is a Monday, and today is the last day of the sale. And with international orders, Sydney Grace is kind of waiting to send all of them out so they can send all the products together, which means you can save on shipping. So I'm waiting for the sale to end so they can ship everything to me. So I think what I will do is I will just show everything in the next beauty budget update, I think. Or I might also do a swatch party with all of the products that I bought, but I will go through them and I will insert some photos here when I can of what I did purchase. Maybe I can even do like a screenshot of my order when I talk about it so you can see what I got. But let's start with the first order, which was on day 1. On day 1 the promotion was if you spent, I think it was £75 for this day, or 70, it was £70. If you spend £70 on this day, you did get a palette for free. The palette that you did get is the California Coast palette, which looks like this. And this one comes in a light and a deep version. Obviously I went with the light version because I have a bit of a lighter skin compared to lots of people, so I went with the light palette. And obviously then I did end up spending my £70 to hit that mark of getting that palette for free. So I did buy 13 single eyeshadows this day, and again I'm going to insert this screenshot right here so you can see which eyeshadows I bought while I'm talking about them. So I did buy those 13, and then I did also buy 2 magnetic palettes because I need to stock on those. My Sydney Grace palettes, I have 2 of them right now. It's my favorite because you can fit a lot of eyeshadows in them and it's nice to get like a bigger color story. So I did pick up a couple more of those so you can continue expanding, because I will have obviously more singles from the sale, but also do have a few eyeshadows in other palettes which I want to move over to Sydney Grace palettes. So I did buy those as well. So that was the day 1. In total I ended up spending 1 point only because I spent 13, or actually I guess 2 points, because like I said, 10 eyeshadows, 10 single eyeshadows is 1 point for me. So that was 2 points I guess because it's over 10, but that was day 1. Moving on to day 2, the promotion was the mystery bag, and they actually lowered the amount on this day. They had a few like lowered total sales amounts, which was really good I guess, because then it meant I could actually buy on more days than I was planning to. Because originally I was only planning to buy things on 3 days, but I did end up managing to buy on 4 days, and I think I only had to add, I added 1 additional magnetic palette and then also 1 I think single, and with that I did have enough amount to spend on this second day, which I wasn't planning to buy on. And again, that was the mystery bag day. So for the mystery bag day I ended up buying 5 singles, if I haven't said already. Again, I'm gonna put them up while I'm talking about them. So that meant in total I bought 18 singles. Again, still used 2 points, and I also bought 2 more magnetic palettes. I wanted to have 3 in total, but I did buy 4, just, you know, because it's something that I will, you know, fill up eventually, and it's nice to have those big palettes. And I'm not planning to buy, like, I'm not really buying for Sydney Grace apart from when it's the Christmas in July sale, and I'm not sure if I'm going to shop it next year or not, because I did buy everything on my wish list this year, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that one I did want to stock up on those, and that was a nice way to spend, you know, the minimum amount but not really spend my points, because I don't count accessories or tools or anything like that into my beauty budget, and only makeup items. So I did buy 2 of those as well. And with that I did get the mystery bag for free, and I ended up picking up the peach light bag, and yeah, I don't really know what's in it. I know it's going to be a mix of eyeshadows, I think a liquid eyeshadow if I've seen correctly, a loose pigment or loose glitter, and I think a blush or highlighter. I think from what I've seen it's going to be a blush in this palette, which does interfere a little bit with my beauty budget, because again I can only buy 3 blushes, or I bring in 3 blushes this year, so that would be the first blush in that case that I bring in. But we'll see how it goes, and also see what kind of blushes I get. I might, you know, gift them if they're not my type of shade, but that is what I got on day 2. So moving on to day 3, I did buy some more singles. Again, I bought 11 more singles on day 3, and today the promotion was spend £60 and get the Mountain Trail palette for free. And the Mountain Trail palette looks like this. It's a beautiful palette. It's like a green, kind of neutral green palette, and I really wanted to have this palette because it's like right up my alley with the tones. And I know this was a bundle they had previously a couple of years ago, but it was so popular that I wanted to bring it back, and they did bring it back in palette form. So this one was a free gift with purchase this day, and again, the free gift with purchase, if I haven't said already, I don't count into my budget. I only count the points that I spent. Again, with the blush, if I do get a blush, I'm still gonna count that in, I believe. I actually need to decide on that because I didn't spend money on it, but it did bring my numbers up. So I think I will count that as one of the blushes that I bring in if I do keep it, if I do get a blush. But I don't think I will count it as a point, obviously, because it was a free gift for purchase. But that's something I'm going to discuss when I actually get it here, because I don't know what I'm going to get in the mystery bag, like I said. So that is day 3, I think. Was this actually day 3 or... yeah, I think this was day 3 of the sale. And so far I spent 29 points, which means that I have now spent 3 points rather than 2. So that was day number 3. Then moving on to the last order that I placed, which was on day 4. The promotion for this day was spend a certain amount of money and get a certain amount of free products. I can't remember all the levels, but I ended up spending £100 and I think getting £120 worth of free products. I think that's what it was. And you had a choice of just eyeshadows or mixed product, but I chose just eyeshadows because that is my favorite part from Sydney Grace. I mean, I haven't tried anything else, but that is why I'm interested in the brand. I will hopefully get to try some other things though now when I get the mystery bag, which is exciting, but I chose the single eyeshadows gift. So that is the free gift I purchased, and again, I didn't use any points for those eyeshadows, so that will not count into my budget. But the 18 eyeshadows that I did buy counts into my points, and with those 18 we were finishing on I think 47 eyeshadows, and with 47 single eyeshadows we have 5 points spent, because obviously it is leading up to the 50 mark, but since I haven't hit that 50 mark, I'm keeping track on how many eyeshadows I have spent. So next time I do buy single eyeshadows, I will add that on top of it. So technically I have 3 free eyeshadows, so that is still counted into the previous points. Because obviously I can spend up to 50 eyeshadows within those 5 points. But that is basically a summary of what I bought. Again, I hopefully will have some pictures here when I'm talking about it. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do a swatch video of what I got, rather than or like a haul swatch party thing of what I got, rather than bringing them up in the next video, because I will have a few things to talk about in that video too, because I know that I'll be going to make another big order in August. So we'll see how it goes, but that is basically my update for my beauty budget for this month. I did spend 5 points like I said, and that means that I'm moving into August with 7 points. I'm probably going to spend another 4 or 5 points in August, so yeah, not ideal, but I mean, I knew I had been saving my points for those 2 events, the Sydney Grace Christmas in July sale and the Cleona expansion, which is the other thing I'm going to buy from. So that is what I'm going to buy with the remaining points that I'm talking about in August. And I have been saving my points for those. Those were actually 2 big events that I was saving points for, as well as obviously Black Friday. So my goal for August is not spending any more points than the Cleona order, and then secondary, my other goal will just be to earn as many points as possible. I'm going to try to do that by hitting pan and finishing some more products, because I have a few products that I want to finish next month. I'm hoping to have maybe 3 more empties, which then would mean that I am on 17. So if I could hit 4 empties, that would be better, obviously, because then I would have 2 more points that way. I'm also hoping to finish 1 more eyeshadow, which would bring me up to 6, and that should be another point there. And then if I could hit 5 pans in the next month, then that would also mean that I could hit another point in pans. I think that's where my game plan is going to be. I'm going to hopefully have 3 to 4 more points in the next month, and that means that I won't spend too many, I won't go too much negative in August. But again, we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm not sure how many pans I can hit this month, and also I'm not sure if I can hit all my goals on finishing those products that I want to finish. But that is my beauty budget update. Let me know if you're doing something similar down below. I know a few people are already doing this. I know Emily and Max are doing it, and I know it's just Steph is doing it. I think they're calling it makeup rehab. I'm calling mine beauty budget, but it's the same concept. But if you're doing something similar, let me know. And otherwise, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And otherwise, I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.